Welcome back to the Trust No One podcast. You got B Money here with Mitch, McGurk, and Fink. We're here to recap the Challenge 41, Episode 5. Is He Throwing It? Was the title of the episode, but I think it's better named CT Gets Body Shamed. Super hard.
My choice for the episode is Queen Takes Rook.
I just
One
have
more
a lot
time?
of feelings about
Queen
that.
Takes Rook.
Queen Takes Rook. What did you say, Fink?
I was saying I have a lot of feelings about how that. Well, and obviously we'll get to it, but like how that whole situation went down. You know, so we'll get to it. Sorry, I just have a lot of feelings about it.
Okay, yeah.
I could have also called it Skies Out, Thighs Out Part 2.
Or CT's a floater.
Yeah,
CT's hanging around.
Yeah.
Call me Bob. What are those
So,
songs?
anyway, our episode starts off getting back from the Derek elimination. Derek, the first male vet, or the first vet in general to win an elimination and come back. So bravo. But the rookies on the way back all get on the same bus and decide to have themselves a rookie rebellion where they're no longer going to be working with the vets and they're all against them. And if you're not on the same team, they're coming after you too. So a lot of threats made this episode.
Gotta
They were
love the
direct.
threats.
They were made.
New threats, if you will.
Gotta love
Yeah,
the
new
threats
threats
of
make
the new
threats.
threats.
So, what'd you guys think of the episode?
I
I
liked
actually
it.
enjoyed this one the most so far because I feel like people are actually like, I'm here to play my game. There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of opinions about how people were doing stuff. It was, and then the filibuster. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to that too. I thought there's a lot of drama in this episode, but there was also a lot of gameplay too. We're really starting to see the divides in the house and the formation of the 2 to 3 separate groups because the lines are not clear where these alliances really are.
Some of those
Some-
lines are blurred and gray.
Yeah, with the UK alliance and then the Vet Women's Alliance. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
hands in
in
the
there.
pot, you know, like
Yeah.
There's a lot of players that are, like not just underdogs to win, but like kind of favorites that you wouldn't think. After a few episodes, like they're starting to make their case for making it to the
And here after the bus ride, we kind of see some more of that divide with the vet women's room. You start to hear them talk about Anissa and how they don't really trust her because of her loyalties to Olivia,
yeah.
which I kind of understand, and I kind of see where they're coming from. Like, why did you room with us if you're not going to work with us? And none of us are your number one. So,
Right.
but
But
I
Olivia's
mean,
playing her own game. They're both playing their own game.
They know
yeah,
exactly.
Anissa's
what-
friends with
what
Olivia.
she's
She can
doing
pick
in
whoever
that
she
room.
wants,
Right.
and she can sleep wherever she wants. There's no rules
Right.
about this.
I have to
Right.
sleep.
You
I have
just
to.
have those conversations in the room. Sorry.
Yeah, take advantage
Right.
of the game.
Like, I understand you're choosing that as, oh, it's a private space, it's my room, no one will come in, they'll just hear us. But there are only so many rooms, so many places to actually lay down. So, sorry, not sorry. They don't, like, I'm assuming that a lot of these spots have blockage things or, like, some way to go and have a private conversation. Obviously, we see it, like, they record it. But, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a super open design that every conversation is out in the open constantly.
No, I mean, some of them are finding places to hide, right? Some of them are hiding in the closet. They're calling them the Closet Alliance. Olivia, Theo, and Derek.
So good, so funny.
I mean, we have a couple of vet teams now. We have Nani and Theo. Sorry, just one vet team. And there's a couple of rookie teams. And the one that they vocalized, which was a bit of foreshadowing in the beginning of the episode, was Sydney expressing how she felt like she needed to win
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
because she was in a rookie pair. And
Yep.
she came to play today.
She mopped up.
So then we kind of go right into the daily from the beginning of the episode. And this was a tough one, right? This was, you had to swim to a structure that was over top of the water, climb up a ladder, basically a rope ladder, from the water to the top of the structure. And then you had to climb down these weird beams that had different climbing pieces to hold on to and go down and collect puzzle pieces, then bring them all to the top, then solve a puzzle, then jump off and swim back to
The dock.
where you started. And then your time was done. So it was quite a bit of energy being exerted in this challenge. All of that up and down climbing is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked pretty brutal from all ends, except the puzzle was easy enough. Tantagram puzzle in Tetris pieces is not that hard. And they start us off in Heat 1, and they show a CT opening up about last season. Last season, CT had a fall on the trivia challenge into water where he landed on his back, ended up fracturing his tailbone, shit his pants, and had to get
Jesus.
carried out on a stretcher, and then came back to the house after the hospital and kept competing with a fractured tailbone. So
Ah,
you can see this happened a year ago. You can see why he still has this fear, especially because he came in an even worse shape than he was
Yeah.
last year when that
Right.
happened to him. And now he weighs like 300 pounds. I could see where that fear was coming from. Like, if he fell from a certain height, he was done. He could have seriously injured himself falling
Yeah.
from that high.
and truthfully, like he tried. He knew what it was, and he was trying. And
Yep.
the fear. Listen, when people are saying that you weren't trying that hard, he did try. If you don't have never experienced something like that, to then have some kind of PTSD from it,
Yeah.
like guy, like you can't control what your body does when you experience
It
those
shuts
PTSD.
down on you, and it's like, nope, not going. No, 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 no.
Not doing anything.
And you could see it on his face because in Heat 1, he goes up with it's him and Lekka versus Gabe and Anissa, and Lekka flies right up, and so does Anissa and Gabe were a little bit slower.
Right, they're bigger people.
But CT tried multiple times, and I went back and rewatched this. He does come down off the ladder, like take a few steps down before he falls, but you can tell like he's huffing and puffing when he's at that point. He's going down because he knows he's going to fall off this ladder, and he doesn't want to fall from that height. Yeah.
Right.
So he tries. He gives it an effort. And like he said during his confessional, if I was going to throw a challenge, I wouldn't do it in a way that humiliated me in front of the whole world.
Right,
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily throw the challenge so much as he kind of had a breakdown.
Hmm
You know, like
he had a realization
post-traumatic. Yeah.
of his limitations.
hmm
And if say he did fall from that spot and didn't take those few steps down and hurt himself again, it's not like the challenge is paying his medical bills. You know what I mean? There's probably some waiver you're signing that like you got to have your own insurance. You got to be able to do this.
Yeah.
He might
I
have
think
money.
if you get hurt there and you have to see medical, it's all taken care of. But if there's like any long-term care stuff, it's back on you. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Okay, so like if he had to have surgery for his tailbone, that's like maybe that
Yeah.
was
That's on
it.
them.
Either way,
I mean, I don't know. He didn't talk about it, so I don't know for sure. I don't want to say that he had to cover it one way or
Either way,
another.
you
'Cause
get
I
hurt
don't know.
like that, you're gonna fucking not want to. Like, that's something that's gonna stick with you. And like you said,
like you
he's
said,
even
I'm 45.
and he's heavier. I
Like,
feel
Yeah.
like he
Yeah,
might not have been so scared had he been, 200 pounds lighter, 150,
or like
you know, like
No.
back to where he used to be, whatever that used to be.
Yeah,
Right.
he would have to
know?
drop like 80 pounds to get back in shape.
There we go. Yeah.
A guy like CT is never going to weigh 180.
Right, right. And when I said
Yeah.
the number out loud, I realized what I was saying. But then I was like, well, that would be way too little for him. But you know what I mean? Like, however much.
Yeah, if he
And
was
even
in,
then,
I mean,
he's still a
honestly,
big
anybody
dude.
falling from that height into water, that hurts.
Yeah.
And if you fall the wrong way, you can break something. If you fall directly
Yeah.
on your ass from 40 feet up.
Like hitting
Because
concrete.
I
hitting
Okay.
water from that height is hitting concrete.
Yeah.
It's not
Like hitting
soft.
concrete.
It doesn't
No.
catch you and embrace you like a fucking cloud or a fucking
Right.
marshmallow. No, you hit from that height, you splat.
Yep.
Like, imagine the pain from a belly flop just jumping off of the edge of a pool. Imagine landing like that and
Huh?
from a height.
From how much
Like-
higher?
Just,
Being 200 pounds.
yeah. Sean.
So I have a really funny and kind of like embarrassing injury that I did to myself early this summer, where I just thought I thought that the ground was like a step, like I thought I was a step under like where I was on my like little step stool ladder, and I ended up kind of just walking back my tailbone right onto a wooden chair, and with a little bit of force and speed, and I screamed in the middle of like an empty restaurant that was getting ready. So this is in the spring, they're getting ready to like open for the season, and I scream my asshole and so loud, and
That was the wrong time to take a drink.
and I gotta say, a shot like a corner shot on your tailbone with like anything salad, and that thing will hurt for weeks. Like
Oh,
just from
yeah.
a recent personal experience, you might scream, "Ow, my asshole!"
There was a busboy outside smoking a cigarette, just like, am I what? What? Do I need to call anybody?
All this to say, CT, if you ever watch this, or we're all right, dude. You did what you had to do. You were being smart about it.
Yeah, I think he deserves some grace here.
Yeah.
This is one of the most iconic challengers. Everyone knew when he came on this season that he was in the worst shape he's ever been on.
Right.
And we're going to get to some of the drama that comes from it, but you can't. I know I would have struggled getting up that ladder for sure. Being waterlogged, those are not, it's not like a straight ladder. You can't just,
No,
like,
it's
because you have to.
moving backwards.
It's pulling back. Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, your
That's
feet are
difficult to get
forward.
up.
Yeah.
And for a guy that is weighing that much weight, even if he is strong, I could see why he was gassing out, even a third of the way up.
Yeah.
And also why he
100.
couldn't keep his feet on it.
Yeah.
Like everyone kept saying, use your feet. And every time he tried to, he pulled the net out over and then the bottom part flew away from him.
Yeah.
So he had it rough. He did try like 5 or 6 times, but then Lekka
Right.
did the whole thing by herself and ended up completing the puzzle before Anissa and Gabe and
Which I don't
somehow
understand why that.
still lost.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, just because he
guess-
didn't do it, it got completed.
Yeah.
I guess
Right.
because maybe he had to at least go up once.
I guess
I don't
that
think
was what they decided the
Like,
rule was, but they didn't say
right.
that during like the initial rules.
They gave it. I think they changed. Like they think they kind of interpreted the rules that they had differently because of the result that they had with CT and Lika.
I think Lekka was right though. I think
Lekka.
she didn't deserve to lose that.
She didn't
She
deserve
got-
to lose
got
that
it
at all.
The other team that didn't complete should have lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
'cause-
only got
Yeah.
they only got 4 runes. She got all 5 runes.
Yeah.
Like
Herself
so
completed
they
the puzzle and jumped off. Like she
Yeah.
did
I
it
feel
all.
like they got
Did the
screwed.
damn thing.
Yeah.
based on previous performances in challenges, certain things have like tiebreakers have been decided in a different manner. So
Yeah.
she was expecting the tiebreaker to go how it went with the Sudoku board probably.
Mm.
And I think that was the intention of the rules, but the game makers, producers, they kind of stepped in and were like, we can't give this 4 out of 5, like that both got up there. Losing to that, it's just like losing to CT's performance, despite how good Lekka did, and I think she
I
did
feel like
amazing.
if that's how the game makers did it, I feel like they fucked up.
Mhm.
Like
I agree.
that
I think it was a
girl
bad call.
Worked.
Yep.
She put in fucking work, got it
Yep.
done, and they got it all done. And they
Yep,
said,
all
"Well,
of it.
both of them got up there." No, I made it up and down. these
Especially on a
They're a
women's
team.
elimination day, like this had nothing to
Yeah.
do with CT really.
Correct.
She was the one that had to face the brunt of this, and she did all the work and completed it.
And they're a team,
So-
so why
She's
couldn't
like,
she carry her teammate?
It's a
Yeah,
girls' day.
exactly.
We got to get it done at
Yeah.
least, and she got it
Mhm.
done. And then they were like, "Just kidding, you're last."
Yeah.
What?
Gabe and Anissa did finish though. In heat number 2, it was Ashley and Will versus Aviv and Cedric.
Mhm.
Cedric crushed this.
Mm-hmm.
Did very well.
Yes.
I think he's one of the best rookies in there, and he's overlooked,
Yeah.
but he's been performing really well.
He's a strong performer in the daily challenges. I think he has points. Like,
Yeah, he's got a good amount
significant
of points.
significant amount of points, and he's so entertaining in his confessionals. He's
Yeah,
so
he's
fun.
given good confession.
So good.
Well, maybe that's part of his plan. That flying under the radar, do well, but not too well.
Well, yeah, performing well, and that'll get you do you well in the challenge. But giving good confessionals, that's what gets you invited back. Like
Yeah.
you have to be interesting enough for people to want to watch.
Yep.
Entertain. Are you
Mhm.
not entertained?
Ashley gasses out here at the top. Looks like she made it through one and then gassed out, but her partner Will Jake,
Will Jake.
American, so it's Will.
Isn't it?
But yeah.
Yeah, Will was a beast. He made up for it, and they both finished. But Cedric and Aviv finished first. And then we had
Good team.
Leroy and Izzy versus Derek, Kay, and America. So here we saw America struggle with fear at the
Mhm.
top and overcome it. I like to see that. I'm not great with heights either, and being up top there and
No.
knowing I'd have to swing my leg over and then climb down those pegs would freak me out too. I'd be very worried about falling off and
Fall.
spinning into the water as I fell.
Yep.
like
Yeah.
cartwheeling. But she did it. She made it down the just hitting the water real rough. But she made it down. Derek Hay was beasting it, even with his like surgically repaired leg. They both finished. But Leroy and Izzy were the only team to actually time out here because Leroy gassed out. Izzy fell off at one point and was struggling with the climbs. I really feel like they should have been the losing team.
Yeah.
100%.
They didn't complete it. Lekka did. That was
Mhm.
all. It was enough for me just to be like, yo, that one of them did everything that was supposed to be done, even though the guy stayed in the water and the other team didn't complete it.
But
Correct.
that means you
all there is
carried your
to it.
teammate.
Yeah.
You're making this about teams. The job
Yeah.
was done. The job got done.
Yep.
I hope they get some backlash about that.
Yeah.
Like,
And then we kind of have a montage for the next couple of heats here with Jake, John A, Adrian, other Derek, Turbo Tay, Michaela, Jeremy, Nani, and somebody. Yeah, they just flew through a bunch of them real quick, and you saw just a clip show of them all completing it. So it seemed like these were the
All
middle of the
going
pack
up.
teams.
all jumping off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we saw. It was them coming up and then them going down and finishing. But the last heat we see is Sydney and Leo versus Justin and D. And I think these teams might have been both front runners because they were almost like pushing each other
Yeah.
quickly. But Sydney and Leo dominated this. It was not even close.
Yeah.
I don't like either of them, especially not Leo. I like Sydney. I know she's playing a heel, but she is bringing entertainment to the show. Leo
Yeah.
is bringing annoyance to the show.
Why
I am not a fan. This
Yeah.
guy just shut up and he doesn't make any sense when he's talking.
No. And he doesn't make any moves like he says he's going to.
Yeah, he's been talking
God.
about we're making moves for weeks and just keeps doing the same thing.
Just doesn't do anything.
He must have watched The Last Survivor.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot from Mitch on Survivor, who's
Mhm.
still trying to make a move.
Wait,
Well, then they
Mitch
pull
is
out
back?
this win.
trying to make a move?
Mitch is still trying to make a move. We
Jeez.
thought he made one last week, but we were wrong. He's still out there.
The new
Still-
season premieres on September 24th. He's still trying to make a move.
So Sydney and Leo win, and Olivia's a little bit nervous about Lekka being automatically down there because out of all of the people that could have lost, she is intimidating as an athlete. So I could see why Olivia was a little bit nervous. Depending on what that elimination was, going against Lekka might not be great for her.
Right.
Mhm.
So then the rookies all get together and they all like pretend. They do that thing where they like pretend it's like we're agreeing on this, but it's really just one or two people telling everyone how it's going to be. Like
Right,
Leo and
right.
Sydney are like just being like, yeah, none of us are going to talk to the vets at all whatsoever. And they're basically just strong arming Izzy because they know she has other relationships outside of them.
Yes.
Right.
Made her paranoid on purpose and told her to act paranoid. And then Sydney and Leo refused to tell anyone who they were going to send in.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
they still. Who did they end up voting for? I forgot that. And after the whole like
Anissa,
grandstanding that
Best
Leo
friend,
did.
Yeah.
the one they asked not to.
Yeah, so Olivia the next morning goes to Leo and says, hey, would you please not vote for, please not put in Anissa. I don't want to go up against her. You know, I don't think I'll be able to beat her. I'm going to end up going in to this elimination. If you do this for me, I'll do my best to look out for you in the future. And he basically says, hell no to her. Like, that's a bullshit promise. You can't guarantee me anything. And she says, you just have to trust me or don't, you know?
Right.
Which I don't know
Which
how
is-
I would have taken that either. I would have been like,
Yeah, but that's the game. That's what they have to do. They have to trust each other. Or they don't. That's the game.
trust on a
And
win.
sometimes
Yeah,
you get
'cause
strong.
it's not like
armed.
you're going to get advantages like other games where there's going to be like tricks. You have to make deals with people
Right.
and be like, "Yo, if I scratch your
You
back
stay
this time, will
solid.
you get me next time and put in somebody else, or
Right.
give me who I want if you have power?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to make wheel and deal to get
You gotta
yourself
make
further
it-
in the game,
Yeah.
and you got to wheel and deal with people outside of your alliance because your alliances aren't the ones that are going to be putting you up for elimination. It's going to be the
Right.
people on the other side. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a rookie mistake by Leo, allowing
Mhm.
Anissa to go in after Olivia asked him for a favor. I think that
I
was
feel like
Missed
this
opportunity.
shows you, like, for this type of show, how your social game is, I feel like, bigger than Survivor's. Like,
well
'cause
because there's
so
no
many more
advantages.
people. And yeah, exactly. So you really need to depend on other people to help you.
Your
Yeah,
word
and get
is
you
your
further,
bond.
especially as the game
Mhm.
dwindles. There's nothing to keep you safe except for other people.
Yeah.
And the people that are playing the middle in the challenge are usually the ones that make it the furthest. The ones that are wheeling and dealing
Mhm.
and keeping people's names out of their mouths. Those are usually the ones that
Yep.
make it furthest because they're not pissing. Michaela's kind of doing it this season. She's floating this middle. She's talking a lot of shit in confessionals, but
Mhm.
not so much like naming
Out and
names
about.
when speaking in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Leo shrugged his shoulders and was like, screw it, I'm putting in Anissa. After giving us a very long speech about
Yeah.
nothing, to where they had
Yep.
to make a montage of all the dumb stuff he was talking about.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Thank you,
I know
Anissa,
you-
for the shout out to the editors of can y'all just
Yeah.
like give them a little
Wrap that up, consolidate.
breakdown, because even Nick is standing there, or TJ standing there like,
Yeah, he was doing exactly that. Like, what is this kid talking about?
He was
And Sydney was sitting
grandstanding.
there laughing about it, like this idiot. So Olivia had asked them to put up Ashley. If that was the case, I think Olivia could have pulled the numbers to not gone in. Because if you were friends with Lekka, and if you were Lekka, who would you rather go against? Ashley, who just gassed out at the top of that, or Olivia, who was
Right.
like one of the top finishers on the run up the mountain?
I
If I was
definitely
Lekka, I
wouldn't
would have
be
wanted to go.
fucking. Yep. I wouldn't be going
That's a great
against
point.
Olivia.
yeah, no.
No, especially Lekka's supposed to be like the most
Not
liked
for nothing.
rookie.
Why would you, if you were friends with that girl Lekka, why would you put Olivia in over Anissa ever? Like Anissa wouldn't have been able to finish that. She would have guessed.
Anissa was very compelling to people, but like, please, it's not my time yet. Send me in
And
later.
all of their outside relationships, all of their years of competing together, and
Yeah,
I will
like
say,
Derek Kay has
Same
known
for all
Anissa for
those
20 years.
rookies that were talking shit. Why didn't they do that then? All the shit they talked, and then they didn't back it up.
Nope, and that
Really?
takes us to the elimination, which I think was a pretty cool elimination.
yeah, that would have been.
That would have been tough to
Very
do. Yeah,
surprising result.
really, I
I
disagree.
wasn't really surprised.
As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what the
Yeah.
result was going to be. But I also know how Olivia trains. I didn't know Lekka that well coming into the season, but I know Olivia, and her biggest strength is endurance. And as soon as he just said the rules and said, okay, you have to make it up this ramp that has little rollers on it, and then climb off it, hit a button, then climb back up and roll down the ramp and hit another button, and do as many laps as you can in 5 minutes. That is what Olivia is made for, is straight
Right.
endurance. All of her training is running up mountains.
She
Like, she could do that
probably-
all day.
Did
locked in.
anybody notice how she stepped up the
Yeah.
treadmill? Like, wide
Yeah.
footed and like it just
she
separating,
was-
separating
Yeah,
her
you can
weight
tell she's
amongst the rollers.
experienced.
It was like almost like a roller skater.
Yeah. Yeah.
bet that she probably got done that, called, oh, well, her boyfriend's there with her, called her contractor and said, hey, I'm going to need you to build me this little thing in the backyard. And, like, she's just training on that. Like, when this season is over, that's how she's going to train.
That's
the
true. You
biggest
could actually
quads
build
and
that one pretty
hamstrings ever.
easily.
Yeah.
I'm literally
That's
looking at
great
thing,
training.
that thing, and I'm like, that wouldn't take much
Yeah.
to build.
Yeah, it's just a
And-
ramp with a ladder, and you just get those a couple of
You just
tracks
keep,
for
like-
those wheel things.
Yep, I digress.
But we got 5 minutes on the clock, and Lekka gets out to an early lead, which I kind of expected to because she,
Yeah.
You know,
she felt
she-
it.
yeah, and she was pushing herself hard to prove something. Where Olivia came in at the same pace and stayed at the same pace the entire 5 minutes, and even between rounds, Olivia took a 3-second breath before she went back. So as soon as she finished the lap, she waited a couple of seconds and then ran. Took a few breaths, got her positioning, and then sprinted up the ramp again. That's the hardest part of it. The rest is what, climbing a ladder and running back.
Right,
Yeah.
And the
Right,
hardest
and then
part
roll
about
it
this
down.
is doing it for 5 minutes straight, right?
right,
Mhm.
right.
How long did Lekka make it before she started gassing out? I started
3
seeing it
minutes,
like a
I
minute and
think.
a half.
I thought it was
Well,
like
2 and a
3
half
minutes.
is when she went down.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
the exact 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then she went down for 30 seconds and got back up at the 2-minute mark. That's when she started running again. But by that
Wow.
point, Olivia had already caught up.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And then just took it from there.
Just took it
Yeah.
from there, rocked it out. Because she was already
She
on
was-
that steady beat.
Right. Yeah.
And
She
they were
caught
at the
a
same
pace and was
score, but
gone.
Lekka was falling like a little bit more behind every lap.
Mhm.
and then it came down to like the last minute, and Lekka gassed out again, and that's when Olivia came back and took another couple of points on top.
Yeah.
But I want to say,
But
she
bravo,
had a
Olivia,
lap
well earned.
at the end.
Yep.
She beat her by 2.
100%.
Yeah, that
But
shit
for
looked
all that
fucking-
smack talk by Sydney and Leo, all they did was send another ally home.
Yep.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
And had they listened to Aleka, probably would still be there. Yvette would probably be gone, and
Yep.
Olivia wouldn't be nearly as intimidating as she is right now.
Yep.
Now people are going to be a little bit more afraid to go against her in elimination in case they come up against an endurance one, because that is the most common type of elimination, is physical
Yeah.
and endurance.
Yeah, most of the time you're going to be running back and forth doing some kind of woof woof.
I know that feeling.
Sorry.
You're good.
So that means Tarzan is down 1 Jane.
Mm-hmm.
2 ladies isn't much of a harem, Jeremy. Or Jeremy.
Yeah.
1 Jane down.
Did we
You
even
got yourself a truffle.
Did we even get?
The fight?
Oh, you know what? No, we skipped it. But I think that's pretty good for saving it for the end of this podcast episode here.
Particular
Is the main drama of the episode that happened post daily. The rookie guys were clever here, and they got Turbo all worked up about CT, and once
Mhm.
Turbo's worked up, there's no stopping that guy. They painted it as CT failed that on purpose, and once Turbo got that in his head,
He
he
was
went off.
pissed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was so angry. He was so angry. He didn't want to hear it. He was already at red.
Yeah.
He was, and CT was like, what he said wasn't wrong, but I think he should have read the room a little bit better. Like, you're getting pissed
And
off. You
CT
made a
already
comment
felt bad.
in front of all these people. Well, hey, listen, Turbo, let's go talk. Like,
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah,
you're
he
really
did that part
upset.
too
Let's go
late.
talk. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Had he
That's what I'm
started
saying.
that
Had
way,
he done that from the beginning, like that shit would have never got to where it was.
no, it was once CT started getting pissed too.
Mhm.
That's like, especially with Turbo, he doesn't understand everything. So when you're sitting there telling him you're wrong,
right.
CT was just adding gas to the fire instead of
Right.
For
just
CT, you know,
removing
like
them
he
both from
actually
these.
stayed pretty calm for him, you know, because
True. I think because he was embarrassed. Yeah,
and yeah,
he did feel bad. He was
honestly
embarrassed.
felt bad. Yeah, like he
Lekka
didn't
was on
wanna go
somebody's
back out.
podcast. Yeah, Lekka was on somebody's podcast, and she said about CT, like after the daily, that he came back and just immediately started working out afterwards. And why would you start doing that if it wasn't because you were super
If you didn't
embarrassed?
feel bad, like
Right.
Yeah, something was working in his head that like he felt he was upset, had to work through. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's never had a moment like this on the
Mm.
challenge where he has failed this epically.
at all.
yeah,
I don't like how CT was treated, like everybody giving him the cold shoulder afterwards. That's stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
clearly was not trying to get, like, there was no reason for him to try to get Lekka sent home.
yeah,
Like, CT
Right.
knows he's not winning this season. He came for the check,
right.
but he's a layup.
And now he's a hang now, so he'll probably be going into
No.
the elimination next, right? He's not a hang.
No, because
No, there was no hangnail this
it's a
week because
hangnail. Right, it's every other week is a hangnail.
yeah.
so because Olivia was a hangnail, currently there will be no hangnail because now it's even.
Ow!
Right. again.
Yeah,
So lucky.
yeah.
Wow, he got so lucky.
So Turbo completely loses his shit on CT, calls him a fat motherfucker, says he'll destroy him or something like that. Something mean. He was saying all sorts of mean shit.
Yeah,
And you could tell it was hurting CT's feelings too. And CT tried to pull him aside.
Yeah, you tried.
didn't work.
But it was way too late. Turbo was hot because he was like, "Why are you trying to touch me? Why are you trying to touch me?" It's like
Yeah,
that is not
but
the
they'll
vibe I'm
talk
trying to
about it.
bring.
They'll be chill later.
Yeah, they probably,
Yeah,
I don't know, actually. Turbo's been making some Twitter posts making fun of CT pretty hard since that
really?
episode. Yeah, there was one. I don't know what AI program he's got, but he had one with CT in the water and then a UFO lifting him out and carrying him away. He was like, "Oh, here, we'll help you." I was
Aw.
like, "Oh,
dang,
Turbo."
that's
It was pretty funny.
mean.
Though.
That's pretty fucking.
So I don't know if they're going to be best friends anytime soon,
Yeah.
which I think is a bummer
Yes.
because I kind of liked that they were getting along this season and that we hadn't seen
Yeah.
the blow up side of Turbo yet. But it wasn't nearly as bad as some of his other blow ups have been. Like I wasn't afraid Turbo was going to fuck somebody up. So,
Yeah.
and then we got some new teams for next week.
Yeah.
Sydney and Derek, Leo and Nani, Adrian and Leroy, Derek and America, Cedric and John A, Michaela and Justin, which is my winner pick for next week. It was the Michaela Justin combo.
Nice.
Gabe and Aviv, Jeremy and Tay, Turbo and D, Ashley and Theo, Izzy and Will, Jake and Olivia. That's another good one too.
Yeah.
And CT and Anissa, who might be my losers picks of the week for next week.
But they
Or-
definitely are my losing pick for next week. No offense, guys.
No, I mean,
Or maybe Ashley and Theo. Neither of them
Ashley
are
and
just,
Theo,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a.
They're just
that's
both
a weak
performing
character.
really
not a
poorly.
good. Yeah.
I don't think
Plus, they can literally just stop what they're doing and just end up arguing with each other for the duration of the challenge.
that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna get along.
Yeah.
They have that potential.
What did she say? I think she said, "You can't vote me out if I'm on your team, because then that puts you in a bad spot."
Right.
Oh, because yeah, she's saying like I'm with Theo, so you're
nobody's
not
gonna
gonna
be gunning
put your
for it.
boyfriend in. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's basically saying this will keep me safe from Olivia.
Yeah.
Using
I mean-
them as a field.
Smart.
Smart.
It is smart because Olivia doesn't much care for Ashley and would vote her in. So
Yeah.
Olivia is the youngest of the vet women, or sorry, not the youngest.
Newest.
Newest.
Yes, the newest. Her and technically Michaela, I'd say were her too.
Yeah,
I think
her and
Olivia started the
Michaela, yeah.
season after Michaela, but she's not close with like these aren't her people that
Yeah.
are on the that are here with her. It's
No,
Theo
not at
is,
all.
but and Derek, Theo and Derek, I'd say, and then Anissa. Those are like her top
Mhm.
three. But
Right.
Michelle's not there. Naya's already gone. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
people that she works with aren't there. Right. But next week we'll find out. We should be having a women's elimination, so we end up with a male hangnail.
Yeah.
So that's what I would expect for next week.
Right. Right.
But we will find out next time on the Trust No One podcast. Remember, guys, trust no one.
Don't do
We'll
it.
see you next time.